such a tremendous admonition to all believers. Mark chapter 13, and we come down to verse number 11, and he begins to talk about, he said that they can possibly lead you to a place where they're going to deliver you up to stand trial, or maybe even to persecute you or to kill you. He says you have to be able to declare the gospel and have faith to believe, to speak forth. He says you don't have to worry about your words. Don't worry about what you're going to say. That's not important. What's important is your ability to stand in faith and allow the Holy Spirit to speak through you. And that's the essence of what Jesus is saying to Peter, James, and John, and Andrew as he's relating these things, because they asked him. They said, when are these things going to be? And tell us about these times that are to come. And as I said on Monday's broadcast, I said, we're still asking that question. All these years later, we're saying, Lord, when's this going to be and what's this going to be like? Well, Jesus gives us a glimpse of it here in the Gospels. And he said, it's going to be tough for those who live through these times. He said, there's going to be troubles and tribulations. There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be all kinds of things happening. And Christian people are going to be hauled before the councils to give a declaration of where they are about their lifestyle and about what they preach and proclaim. And this is when Jesus is saying, says, look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the speech. Just be prepared to allow yourself to become a vessel of the Holy Spirit that's going to work through you. And he will give you the words to say. And he will give you the faith to stand and proclaim. Even if you say, well, if I speak out and I proclaim my faith, they might kill me. And Jesus is saying you need to be prepared to lay your life down for the gospel. And you see, you say, well, there are going to be some who won't have the boldness to do that. And I would say, that's a shame. Because the truth of the matter is, if there is hope, it's in faith. It's based in faith. And it's based upon our ability to believe and to trust God through all things. Because when we take that away, then we are relying on our own flesh and our own carnal self. And the flesh and the carnal will fail you. But faith will sustain. And faith will give you courage and boldness that you might proclaim what truly is in your heart. And the reality is that only those who are willing to stand in faith will prevail in these times that Jesus is talking about. He said, yes, earthquakes, tribulations, trials, famines, all of those things. But those who will stand in faith will surely be brought through. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.